Welcome back, everyone, to Halloween Haunts 365.com, the podcast. I'm Jared.
Hi, I'm Terry.
Today, we got a fun video for you. Before we get to that, we're going to pimp our stuff. Here's this video. Alright, so buy your haunt, Halloween shirts, whatever else I got up there. I haven't looked in a while. But I'm in the office tomorrow, so I can make some stuff.
Oh, sure.
But today, we have an interview with the elusive Kylie from Field of Screams. So we will bring her into the screen right now. And hello.
Hi,
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. How are you guys?
Good.
Very
Good.
good, very good. Like I said, these are a bunch of easy questions, and we'll go over some of your makeup too.
Okay.
The ones I really enjoyed. Alright, so let's start off with, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Oh gosh. Okay. Well, I'm Kylie. I am 25 years old. I work full time and I am a full-time student actually.
Ah,
Nice.
I know what you're a student of. Do you want to tell everyone else what you're a student of? Because it's cool as shit.
So, I'm actually going to school for mortuary science.
Oh.
Nice. I'm jealous.
Can you sneak me in when you get to embalm someone? I just want to see it one time.
On the air, I have to say no.
Okay.
But see you later.
I love it. I love it. I just want to see it done one time. I mean, I don't even have to do it. I just want to watch it. So that kind of seems difficult, the mortuary school.
Well, right now I'm actually just getting my bachelor's in human sciences, and
Okay.
then once I graduate from this school, I will be moving on to actual mortuary science school. But I can say that working full time and going to school full time is definitely tough, but I make it work.
More power to you, because I couldn't do it.
Yeah, it's rough.
All right, so let's get into the haunt world, because that's what everyone comes here to see, because it's not my other videos. I got a couple ideas for those too. But all right, so what is your official title at one of our favorite haunts, Field of Screams?
So I am the FX director, so I'm in charge of the makeup. I'm technically in charge of like the costuming and costume design and stuff like that.
Okay, FX director.
That sounds pretty
I
fancy.
know. She's got director in the title. She can flaunt that. I like it.
Absolutely.
That's a great title. How long have you been with Field of Screams?
Oh geez. Okay. I started out as an actor and I started there I think either 2013, 2014, around that time. And I was just acting. Jeremy Spickler was the FX director at that time. He was like my main artist. It's funny because everyone wanted their makeup done by him. He was, one of a kind, super great. Everyone would look up to him. And I think it was like my third night there or something. I was like, no one really knew me. No one knew my name. And it was before like our makeup building is what it is today. It was like a little shed, and he opened the door and he like kind of scanned around everyone that was standing there, and we all looked like those little alien dolls from Toy Story, and he was the claw coming to choose someone. And he pointed at me and he said, "You, can I put something in your hair?" And I was just like, "Yeah, sure, whatever." And he came out with this tub of the Ben Nye scab blood.
Wow.
And I walked in the doorway and he slapped it right in my hair and he said, "All right, sit in the chair." and the rest is history.
I gotcha. So that kind of answers my next question, but what made you decide to get into the makeup side of the business or actually stick to the make because you were kind of forced in?
Well, I don't know if I really showed an interest. I definitely talked with Jeremy at the time, and I said it's really cool to just see everyone come in very basic and plain and then leave the makeup area looking absolutely horrendous. And then I think it was around 2016 was when we got the big build for the building. It wasn't 2 floors yet. It was still just 1 floor, but we were making everything work with like our costuming and makeup areas. And there was an extra like station set up, and I never took any of the classes or anything like that. I came in the one day with my friend Rachel, as we normally would, and I was there ready to get my makeup done, and he said, "Oh, whoa, that's your setup." And I said, "I'm sorry, what?" He said, "Yep, you're doing makeup," and I have never stopped.
That's a pretty cool story.
That is cool.
It is. So as FX director, you probably do the makeup for all the attractions, because I know at Field of Screams, every attraction kind of has a theme to their makeup.
Yes. So obviously I have a crew that I train to help me with that, but I do a little bit of it all.
How long does it take you to do someone's makeup?
Well, since we have so many actors, one of our key things is our time. We really want to cut down our time period, but still make it as good as we can. So the longest makeup look is someone who may be out in our midway, or someone that just has like a really big part in their scene. That can take up to roughly 20 minutes, 30 max. And then we would end up going all the way to like 10-minute looks.
Okay.
Wow, what time do you start doing the makeups?
It kind of depends on the day. So some of those really busy Saturdays in October, I'll end up showing up roughly around noon, and I'll start getting people ready. But like I said, it just kind of depends on like where we're
Right.
falling in the schedule.
That's cool. Nice.
Very cool. So how was your halfway to Halloween?
It was great. I
Good.
thought it was really, really good. We had a really good turnout.
I saw pictures. I was impressed with the turnout.
Yeah, Friday was definitely better than Saturday just because it rained Saturday.
Okay.
But overall, it was really, really good.
Yeah, we were at Brighton and they had a great turnout. So
Oh, really?
I was happy for all the haunts that were open. Apparently they all had great turnouts. It was really cool.
That's awesome.
So it makes me feel better that maybe these off-season haunts will stick around and maybe we'll add a few more.
Yeah. I think they're a great idea. I mean, from what I've seen, obviously I don't really get to go to many.
Yeah.
But from what I've seen, a lot of people have really good turnouts, and everyone loves that things are themed, because it just kind of creates like a different vibe for what they're going for.
Does it make it harder when there's an event like St. Patty's Day or halfway to Halloween for costume design or anything?
Halfway to Halloween, no, because we don't theme it differently. We just treat it as like, it's almost Halloween. At least this is how it fell. It's almost Halloween, so we're just treating it as if it's the regular season. Everyone goes nuts for Christmas. Everyone loves doing little elves and like Santa Claus. Everyone loves doing that. A lot of my artists this year really love doing Valentine's Day as well. I think the hardest thing for costuming, theming, and makeup would definitely be St. Patrick's Day, though.
Of course, that's my favorite one.
It makes sense, though.
Yeah, it does. Because, I mean, Dropkick Murphys, everything's green.
Right.
I loved it. I loved it so much. So I'm going to ask you a really hard question, and it might piss some people off, but we're going to see if you answer it.
Okay.
What is your favorite attraction at Field of Screams?
That is really tough for me, but I would have to say the Den of Darkness.
Okay.
It's-
I didn't think she'd answer.
That's my favorite. It's my favorite too.
Mine's still Asylum. Other than the hayride, still from
Yeah.
there.
The asylum's real good. I spent a lot of time in the asylum. That's where I started when I was an actor. I did, oh my gosh, I'm stuttering.
It's
I
fine.
did a design for the first room, actually, of the asylum. That's part of my design. So I do love everything about the asylum, but my heart kind of goes to the den right now. I just really like, I don't know, I like the spooky haunted mansion that it has.
Yeah. Yep. I'm a sucker for manor houses and asylum houses, so
Okay.
whenever I see a new one pop up, I'm so excited. All right, so we're going to go through your makeup before we go somewhere else real quick. So right now, I'm going to show the Grinch
Okay.
makeup that I sent you earlier.
Yes.
How long did that take you?
That one definitely took me closer to 25 to 30 minutes because I had never done anything like that before.
That's crazy. That would take me 3 days.
No, it came out really good. When you sent me
Thank
these
you.
pictures, I was like, holy shit.
That's awesome.
I was very, very, very proud of that one.
Yep. And then we have, who we've had on the show before, Electric Q, with the
Yes.
kind of
I
Joker
love
grin.
her.
She's
Yeah.
a mess. I love her too. Even though she doesn't go when I'm coming. Like, St. Patty's was too cold. But then
It was
then
cold.
she's hanging out with the Haunted Informer. I'm like, all right, girl, I see how it is.
I know she came out Saturday. She surprised me. Usually she'll text me and she'll be like, hey, I'm coming. And she just showed up and I was like, you've got to be kidding.
But all right, so with the makeup up top and the scar, that's like a rubber latex type deal, or
It's a 2-part silicone.
okay. How fun is that to get off of you?
It actually a lot easier to get off than everyone thinks. Everyone thinks it's very similar to like a latex that like hurts to come off.
Okay.
But so, oh my gosh, I apologize.
You're
My dog
fine.
stepped on my cord. You're like,
We're not Joe Rogan. It's okay.
who wants to be included?
That's fine. He can hang out.
He's cute.
Thank you. So the 2-part silicone is actually very, almost like a booger, basically, when
Okay,
it comes
so
off.
it's kind of like that stuff I see on like Instagram that like scrapes off with like a putty knife.
Kind of. Yeah, that
Okay.
is more. That's probably scar wax that you usually see.
Okay.
But the 2-part silicone is fairly similar. It's the 2 parts, you mix equal parts together to, get what you're dealing with, and it has a certain set time, and then once it's set, it's like not hard. It's still like not gooey. It's a soft texture, but if you were to pull it off, it's just very rubbery.
Okay. Yeah, because like I see her giant eye gouge in the jaw, and that's impressive.
Yes.
All right, next up we have the missing eyes.
Oh yes. Oh my gosh, that was my absolute favorite one to do last season.
Did you do that every night, or was that just like once in a
No.
while thing?
That was a one-time deal. That is on one of my favorite people to do makeup on, just because he's always like ready to go, and he sits so well for me. His name's Nick. He's great, and he's such a great actor. He's so amazing. But I was kind of feeling in the groove. I wanted to do something a little different, just not just, I don't know. I needed to outreach something. I was feeling creative, and I did the one eye the first night because I was like, I don't know how I'm going to feel about it. I've never really done anything this big before. I just want to try it out. So I did his one eye, and then I was like, I don't know. I don't hate it. I don't love it. There's some things I could change. So the next night, I did both of the eyes. I went bigger, go home. And I was like, I know exactly what I want to change. I know exactly how to do it. And it came out so amazing.
Yeah,
It looks great.
It's crazy. It's outstanding. All right, next up we have the head trauma. It's like
okay.
like an axe cut almost up in his scalp.
Yes, I actually did that makeup look for the news.
Yes, you did. I saw that video.
Yes.
Yeah, that came out really good.
That was really fun to do.
Then another one of my favorites is the face slash.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Yeah, that came out really good.
Yeah.
It looks so real.
It does.
Thank you.
It looks like we just showed up to a car accident.
Right.
So how long did that take you?
I think that one really only took me max 20 minutes.
Wow.
She's someone that kind of goes more out and in the entertainment area, so I try to make her look a little bit more, presentable, right. I guess you could say.
She has more lights than the normal.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then the last one I got here is the throat slash. And I love the pretty realistic blood dripping down her chest. That's great.
Thank you.
So is that another 20-minute job or?
No, I think that one took me max 15 minutes.
I couldn't do that if I had all week. And you're just popping this shit out in 10 minutes. That's awesome.
Crazy.
Thank you.
So we're going to take a quick break from the attractions. Okay?
Okay. Yep.
What's your favorite horror movie?
Oh, I hate this question. It's so hard for me. I have two that are kind of like on the same plane for me. So I'll tell you both. It is the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
It's a popular one.
And also, I am a huge Rob Zombie fan, and I love House of Thousand Corpses.
More fans. The amount of shit that guy gets pisses me off. Can I just say that?
Oh, absolutely.
Because I'm not saying every one of his movies was a home run, but he's had plenty of home runs. It's time to put this guy up there with, I'm not saying Craven and, who did Friday the 13th? Why am I having this? Sean Cunningham. You know what I mean?
Also,
I'm putting them right there.
They have different ways of doing things. Yep. Like, his movies are so eccentric and they have a certain style to them. It really does take a certain sense of taste, I guess you could say, to enjoy them.
Yep. I remember I don't remember how old I was. I was working and I bought that movie. I came home. I had my McDonald's and I watched that was my Saturdays. Before I went out, I would watch a movie that I just bought. That's how I ended up with so many movies. I worked right next to a DVD store.
Yeah, that's true.
So that came out. I bought that. I watched it. I was like, holy shit. What am I watching? And then I had to watch it again just to get over the shock I was having from the first time I watched it.
Yeah.
And then I'm hiccuping again. Every time I do an interview or talking to this mic, I sit there and it's the weirdest thing. And then The Devil's Rejects came out, which was kind of the same thing, but completely fucking different. So after that, I was hooked. I mean, I'll watch all of them, even if they're crap.
Oh, I agree.
And honestly, I say this a lot on the podcast, I like his Halloween better than the original. I
say that too, and I get so much crap for it, but I really, really enjoy the way that he did it.
Yep. I mean, Halloween 2 was a different thing. If he left out the horse, it would have been okay, because still the kills were amazing. But the dirtiness of his filming of the 70s, the backstory, it was everything I wanted Halloween to ever be, and he nailed it.
I agree. Yes.
See? Someone on my side.
Every single time. Everyone hates that I enjoy his Halloween better.
Yep.
But the one thing that I always say is that backstory. It just creates such a good, presence.
Yep. You get to watch the mind of the madman grow. To me, that's scarier than some dude hunting, 3 babysitters.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yes, I agree.
All right. So, very cool. So, what's your favorite Rob Zombie film?
Well, Definitely. I think House of Thousand Corpses really holds it for me because it was the first Rob Zombie film that I ever saw. I was so obsessed with the psychedelic cutscenes
Yep.
and how it would just switch into a new scene. You don't really know where you are. I just thought it was so beautifully done.
It reminded me of a haunted attraction.
Yes.
Right.
Because
Yes.
all the different scenes, the movie had way different tolls, and there's even
Yep.
kind of a dark ride in the movie.
Yeah.
But that's awesome.
It's like my comfort movie.
I watch it every time I find it on.
Yes.
Plus, it's got Rainn Wilson from The Office. I mean, how can you go wrong?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
What's your favorite horror villain?
I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know.
It's okay. There's no paycheck to answer, so you're okay. I'm pretty sure you can tell what ours is if you can see that behind. All right, so one last horror question.
Okay.
Favorite horror franchise?
That's so tough. I don't know. uh, I don't know. I would have to say that can I say my least favorite?
Sure.
Right now? I don't know. My least favorite is actually the Halloween franchise.
Okay.
I'm gonna get so much crap for it.
That's
I know
okay.
it, but it's just not my fave. I just could see more to it.
Yep.
I don't know. It didn't wow me like other ones did.
Well, I've gotten that answer too. The Halloween being the least. That's cool.
Yeah. I think my favorite would still have to be Texas Chainsaw Massacre
Okay.
because I don't even know why it's one of my favorites. I just love the chainsaw and the blood and guts, and I just think it's good. Although I wasn't happy with the new one.
Oh, no. I didn't need the woke Texas Chainsaw Massacre
No,
that
it was
ends
not
up
for me.
living with his... how do you get there? Like, I don't understand the whole movie.
The timeline does not at all add up
No.
whatsoever.
No, and then they tried the Halloween 2018 with the woman coming back. I've been waiting 50 years. Like, this has
Right.
been done. Think of something else.
Right.
Yeah.
You really don't need that much. The dude's creepy as shit and he carries a chainsaw. Is it really
Right.
that hard to come up with a backstory? And that's
Right.
the backstory you choose with the terrible actors? And how is there a lake under a theater?
Right.
Right.
I don't know.
Did it rain there for 4 million years? Oh, yeah, that one. I was excited too because
Yes.
I heard there was a ton of blood and great kills, and there was good kills. Like that bus killing scene
Yeah.
kind of would get to people not so used to horror like us, but
Right.
at the end, if the actors don't like grab my attention, I just don't give a shit.
Yeah. I just thought it wasn't poorly done because it was like well done if you really look at the grand scheme of things.
Yep.
But I just thought that the storyline was just kind of garbage. It didn't add up the way that they were trying to make it seem like it was supposed to. And yeah, it really was not for me.
Right. Did you watch The Houses That October Built?
I did. I watched both of them.
Okay. Did you watch Hell House LLC?
Was that like on Netflix?
No, that's
No.
kind of an independent movie that's been out for a while. There's 3 of them, and they're both about haunted attractions. And I hated Houses That October Built in the first
Really?
10 minutes because I wanted to just punch the actors because they were getting on my nerves in the RV.
Yeah.
But Hell House LLC, check that out. That shit was creepy.
I will. Yeah, I watched both of the houses that October built. I wasn't super pleased with them, but because I watched the first one, I had to watch
Yeah.
the second one.
Yeah. Once they went to like that extreme McCaney type haunt, I was done in the beginning, but I was super done then.
Yeah.
But you'll like Hell House. It was actually filmed up by you guys in the
Oh, really?
a little more west. It was the I'll probably get this wrong, and that's fine. You can yell at me later. But it's the Waldorf Hotel. It's a haunted attraction. You can actually go into the basement where they filmed it. It was pretty cool.
I'll have to look into it.
It's in the Bethlehem area, so probably about an hour and a half from you guys.
Yeah, I do know. I know roughly that area.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm heading there this year because I want to get in that basement. All right, so another weird question.
Yes.
Do you believe in ghosts?
I don't. Okay. I don't know how to answer that question because, like, I don't know if I believe in ghosts per se, but I definitely feel like there is some sort of energy, if that makes sense.
More of a spiritual thing than a ghostly thing, I guess?
Right. Yeah.
We're still 50-50 on that.
Yeah, we definitely are. Do you like anything from horror movies to put into your art? Or do you take anything from your horror movies to put into your art?
No.
No.
No? Okay.
Fully
original?
I almost wing everything that I do, to be completely honest.
I wish I could just wing what you do.
I know. Like I said, it would take me 3 days to do that.
Are you ever happy, like completely happy with what you've done, or do you always want to build on it?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Like those double eyes, the tear out, I was ecstatic when I did that. Same thing with almost all of those pictures actually that you have. Those were ones that I was extremely happy with. Obviously, I can always see something that I could either change, do differently, anything like that. I'm always going to see that because I'm always pushing myself to do better, and I'm a perfectionist, so I need everything to be exactly the way that I see it in my head. The Grinch, I will say, I absolutely hated while I was doing it. I loved it so much. I hated it until I was completely done, and then I stepped away and I looked at it and I said, I love it.
Very cool. Yeah, I get yelled at a lot by this one when I'm making videos or designing stuff for the podcast or the website. Because I'll do it 17 times. I'm like, well, if this is like a microsecond fast track, she's like, will you stop? It looks great. I'm like, no, we're not done.
Oh, yeah. I get that. I could work on a face for 2 hours and still be done.
I gotcha. All right. We know it's close to impossible for you to see other haunts, but do you have a second favorite haunt outside of Field of Screams?
I have gone on a few trips with our crew, like with Gene and Jim. Sometimes we've done like a road trip before we go to Transworld.
Okay.
So we'll visit haunts. Obviously, it's completely out of the season. There's almost typically no actors.
Right.
But there is one haunt that I would absolutely love to see that I've seen outside of the season. I've seen all their setups and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure it's called Atrox. Atrox.
Okay.
And I couldn't even tell you where it is. I'm pretty sure it's somewhere in like the South. I think it might be in Texas or like Louisiana, around that area.
Okay.
I would love to see them in action because I saw like their whole entire behind the scenes area, and I saw their sets and all their stuff, and I just thought it was so cool, and I feel like they would just put on a really good show.
Very cool. Very cool. Weird question. Does your t-shirt say counselor on the back?
It does.
I have the same t-shirt except in a dude.
Yeah. I was looking at that. I'm like, that t-shirt looks very familiar.
That's so funny.
That is funny. Yeah, I love that shirt when I found it.
A few years ago, a few of my friends and I, because we always spend Halloween together at Field of Screams, we like to dress up beforehand. And so, like, it's typically me and a few other artists will dress up while we're doing makeup. I almost always wear my costume, like, while I'm in the office doing stuff. We were all camp counselors the one year.
Very cool. I
That was
thought that
cool.
shirt was familiar.
Yeah, I kept looking at that. I'm like,
I'm like, it's the same color. All right, moving on. 'Cause I get sidetracked really easily.
It's okay too.
What do you do for your real job now?
I work at Field of Screams full time.
Full time. So
Yeah.
what do they got you doing in the right now? Just
Oh,
designing
it
and
really depends
stuff.
on the day.
Okay.
Actually, I am. So, Field of Screams, if some people don't know, is owned by, well, the Shoaf Brothers LLC is like a produce stand farm dealio. They own Field of Screams and Corncob Acres. So, I'm actually the farm's receptionist. So, I'm the receptionist for Shoaf Brothers, Field of Screams, and Corncob Acres. So I am the one that answers the phone calls. I'm the one that does all the emails. And then I do other odd jobs as well. Right now we're growing corn to sell. So tomorrow I will be cutting plastic for corn.
Okay.
I've been doing a lot of painting of like this, that, and the other. Just odd jobs here and there for right now.
No, that's cool. That's funny. All right, what you want to do the next one? Oh, I'm hitting shit over here.
would you like to move on to Hollywood makeup from this?
No.
Nope, not at all.
That was easy enough.
Not even in the slightest. I enjoy what I do and like the scale that I do it in. I just don't think, I mean, it would be really cool maybe to have like some sort of part in doing makeup for a film or helping with makeup on a film, but I definitely don't think that I could ever see myself being like the main artist for a film, because I have friends and I know people that do it, and I know the headache and the stress that they have to endure, and I already am a stressed out person by just surviving, so I really not into it.
No, I get you. I get you. So, if you could tell a new haunt artist, like someone just pointed at them and told them they're an artist, kind of like you, what would you tell them? Like advice that you have now that you wish you had then.
Don't look at it for too long.
Okay.
Like you're gonna, I mean, especially if you're just starting out, you don't know the materials as well, you're just starting to get the hang of things, you're gonna do your first face and you're probably gonna hate it. You're probably gonna be like, this is awful and why am I going to continue? But if I could show you right now some of the photos of stuff that I was doing beforehand and compare it to the stuff that I'm doing now, I mean, you really wouldn't even think that it's the same person. Like, growth, no matter what, is not linear. And, I mean, my chest contours alone were so garbage. I mean, I don't even know what I was trying to do. I had no understanding of anatomy, so I was just putting lines wherever deemed fit. And they were incorrect. So just don't look at it for very long, because I promise you it's great and it's going to be even better. Don't nitpick yourself too much.
Right.
Obviously we all do it, but pick out maybe 3 things that you would change on the look that you just did. Maybe brainstorm how you can change them, make them better, what could possibly work better than what you're using at the moment, and then go from there.
It's good advice.
Yes, it is. It is. I need to take some of that with this crap that I do.
Yes.
Whatever. I'm not finishing until we're perfect. That's the goal, is perfect.
I know.
It's never going to be perfect.
Oh, it's going to be perfect.
Because you're going to keep improving.
No. The stuff I have set up next, we can't go any further. It doesn't exist.
Okay. Okay.
I'm telling you. After this upcoming season, it's on. What is your favorite part about working at Field of Screams?
Well, I love my job because every day it's something different. I really love Like, not only do I love the core crew that I work with every single day, it is very much a family environment. But I also just love hanging out with like the kids. There's so much energy and they're so funny and they're just like fun to be around. They really do just bring some sort of like joy into my life. Like some of them just come to me with like the strangest issues. I'm like, hi, what is happening in your lives? What is going on? They run me up a wall sometimes, let me tell you what. But I really wouldn't change it for the world. I love all of the kids. I love just everyone there. I love the environment. It can be extremely stressful sometimes, but at the end of the day, I just love everything about it. I love doing the makeup. I love teaching the makeup. I love still being spooky. It's so good, all of it.
How many actors are you guys up to in the middle of the season now?
I honestly couldn't tell you.
Okay.
I mean,
There's a lot.
Yeah.
it really depends on like what you're looking at. Like overall, in all of the attractions, probably still close to maybe 200, depending.
Yeah, it sounds
You know,
about
obviously
right.
every single place is going to have like a drop off. There's going to be more people to the start and then less people as you go on because some people they just don't have what it takes, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
But definitely close to roughly 200 at least. We have still a big crew.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you do.
Yeah, definitely do.
So what secrets do you have for us for the upcoming? I'm kidding. We'll do that off air.
Okay.
But yeah, don't hang up after we sign off because I want to ask you a couple quick questions
Yeah, that's fine.
that won't be recorded into the internet. I'm out of questions here. Do you have any, my love?
No.
No. Her new name is now Bathsheba because she got possessed at the Zach Baggins
I
Museum.
did not.
Oh my gosh. Okay, tell me about it.
Okay, go ahead. So you walk into this room with a doll named Peggy, and the tour guide
Okay.
specifically tells you, say hi to Peggy, do not look her in the eyes, say bye to Peggy. So this one looked her dead in the eyes for like a couple seconds and then walked out of the room.
I said bye.
It doesn't matter, you stared her in the eyes.
I did. And
Yeah.
then my left eye started freaking out and pulling.
So her eyes jiggling. The next day she wakes up, her tongue's black.
I have no idea
Oh,
why.
excuse me?
I have no idea why. No clue.
Yeah. And the lights went out and doors started to shake when we were in there.
Yeah.
Girl.
Yeah. This is what I do. So I told her she's probably got like 30 days before the total, because that's usually what it takes for the demon to take over your body. So her hair is always frizzy now. So I'm telling her she's growing into that demon.
That was Vegas that dried out my hair.
No, it's Bathsheba.
How many days do you have left?
About 20.
Oh.
So now hiring at HalloweenHaunts365.com. I need divorce lawyers, exorcists, a co-host.
You're a mess.
You did it. You did it. Yeah, that was it was a cool museum though. It's one of the
very
coolest
cool.
museums I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I've heard really good things about it.
We'll be airing that Friday.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, I went kind of deep, but I don't like to give stuff away on these places. Even though I should have
Yeah.
just gave away every room because they're in Vegas and whatever. He makes enough money. But yeah, that was we'll do that.
It was fun.
It was insane, the stuff in there.
I bet.
But I'll tell you more when we're done. All right, so you got anything else for the director over here?
No.
Yeah, get over it.
No, that's awesome. That's a cool title at a haunt. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
All right.
I do have a question.
There we go.
About that just hit me. About your schooling. Do
Okay.
you have to do like an internship afterwards?
It kind of depends. It depends on what exactly I plan on doing with my schooling. So it's recommended that I do an internship. I can do the internship while I'm still in school.
Okay.
And some will be paid, others will not be. It kind of just depends on what funeral home that I look into possibly going to. But it is recommended, definitely. So I probably will. I just don't know yet. I still have a few years. Well, I have about like a year and a half to decide, but I just haven't gotten there yet in my mind frame.
Yes. That's cool. Okay. I'm good.
All right, whatever. Hey, I just come to hang out and haunt people's brains. That's what I do. All right.
Have her put her stuff out there.
Oh yeah. So, if you have an Instagram you want to plug, a website you want to plug, anything you want to plug, feel free. The floor is yours for the handfuls of viewers around the world.
Okay, so my makeup Instagram, my personal Instagram is private. I really only let like
That's
friends and
fine.
family on that. But my makeup Instagram is ky.hel_SFX.
Okay. So follow that because she has 4,000 more things on there than I showed you here. So.
Well, it is my new Instagram because I had a problem when I got a new phone. It logged out my makeup Instagram, and then I, for the life of me, for some reason, couldn't remember my password, of course. And I tried to contact Instagram, and they basically told me that there was nothing that they could do. And so I don't have my old Instagram. It is a lot like I
It's
have
lost
it
in
tagged
space.
in the it really is. I have it tagged in my bio of my new makeup Instagram, so you can like go back and see all my previous
Okay,
work.
that's good. That's a good idea.
I'm starting fresh, unfortunately.
Yeah, because followers are so much fun to find on Instagram. I've been stuck at 1460 something for like 3 years now. I'm just like,
Oh, really?
really? I'm completely shadow banned. I used to average about 50, 60 likes for whatever I posted. I'm down to like 7. Like, oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I didn't care about like the followers numbers or how many likes I get. I actually just post it to have it as like a portfolio,
Yeah.
just to see my work and have other people see my work if they're interested.
No, and a lot of your shit's amazing. So.
Yes, it is.
Really appreciate it.
All right, so you're good?
I'm good.
Thank you so much for coming on. I'm glad we finally got to be able to sit down and do this.
No.
It's
I'm
been
so sorry. My
Hey,
phone's a
I
mess.
travel for work too, so it's insane sometimes. And I'm actually wrapping up a 60-hour week.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, and I
feel
still
that.
got tomorrow to go. So, but I'm home tomorrow, so I get to do some editing and phones and stuff like that. All right, but don't hang up. But I'm going to wrap this up. This has been Halloween Haunts, 365.com. Our interview with the amazing Kylie. Director Kylie is what I'm going to call her from now on. Or every day is haunt season.
Bye.
Bye.